So today I'm going to show you guys some legitimate shit. I know I say that every video, but this is actually some genuine, grade A, legitimate shit. So I'm going to show you some another way to get into the heads of your potential participant here. So we're going to use this aviator deck again, not for a particular reason that'll be apparent later, but this is a great, just amazing deck made by the premium. Made by the United States Playing Card Company. So yeah, give them some love here. So for this, we're gonna get some cards here. Now you could take them out. You could give them a little bit of a mix if you want. You could give it one of those fancy shuffles you see the magicians give on the street. But case in point, you hand the deck to the spectator and tell them to hold it in their hands and try not to drop them, even though usually it depends on the type of spectators you may have. They might drop the cards depending on their Michael J. Fox disorder. So let me just make sure right there. Yeah, there you go. So you tell them to hold the cards in their hand, and just to be extra sure, you tell them to give a cut to the cards, just so you know that you don't know the top card or the bottom card, just to be on the safe side here. So you tell them to take the top or bottom card and put it on a table. So at this point, they take the top or bottom card, put it right there on the table so you can get your little eyes on it. Then you tell them you're gonna do the same thing again, only take the top or bottom card and put it in their back pocket. So they take whichever one they want, they put it in their back pocket, and they take one more card, either top or bottom, and put it in your other pocket. So they go ahead and they do that, and then you hand them the card box and you tell them to put the cards away inside of the card box. So first thing you do is that you're gonna tell them that you're actually gonna use your amazing intuitive abilities to pick up the cards here. So you tell them to take a little peek sees at the card at the table, and they go ahead and do that, and they peek at the card, and you tell them, oh, that's fantastic. All right, I'm getting some vibrations in my urethra here that oh, it's telling me that your card is the this card right here is the it's King of Clubs. They turn it over and it's the King of Clubs. That's fantastic right there. So you tell her, you know what? You're gonna do it again. This time with the card in their back pocket. So you put your hand rapidly close to their back pocket, and you just hold it there for a minute. You tell them, oh, I'm having a hard time here. Do me a favor, peek at the card. So they take the card out of their back pocket and they take a little peek-sees at the card, and then they put it right back, and you go, okay, that helped out a lot. I could tell that this card right here is gonna be the oh god, this is way too difficult here. The three. It's a red 3. To red 3. That's all I'm getting. And of course, they turn it over, and it's the 3 of hearts. You tell them, wait a second. I know you're a little bit disappointed because I couldn't get the card without looking, but let's just try the last card here. So you wave your hand dangerously close over their left pocket, and you just say, oh, okay, I'm definitely getting some juice here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, baby, yeah, that's the 6. It's coming. Six of spades. 6 of spades. You tell them that, and they look in their pocket, and sure enough, it's indeed the 6 of spades. So that's the trick. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So don't go away just yet. If you think you know the method here, of course it's a stacked deck. It's the Cy Stebbins order here. But there's a couple different things that I just want to talk about here, which is there's a lot of merit here. If you guys don't know the Cy Stebbins order, what it is that you have a cyclical stack here, meaning that the cards are in a certain order, that no matter how many times you cut them, they're gonna be in. So pretty much, fuck you guys better know. You guys know this. You guys know this. I don't have to go over this, but you know what? I'll do it anyway. So we got the 10 of diamonds. The way the Cy Stebbins stack works is that the next card next in this sequence would be 3 more than this card. So for example, 10 of diamonds plus 3 equals what? Oh, king? Yes, you'd be right. There you go, king. And then the way the suits work is, of course, in a cyclical order. So we have clubs, hearts, spade, and diamonds. So what does that mean? That means that if I cut the cards right here and I look at the bottom card, oh sorry, let me get a different card here. We have the Jack of Hearts. So add 3 is what? Is what? Yeah, you'd be correct. And then if we have clubs, hearts, spade, diamonds, what would that be? Yes, of course, it's gonna be the ace of spades. So I hope you guys could figure that out. So you're just adding three and remembering clubs, hearts, spade, and diamond. It's self-explanatory. But again, a couple of things here. So the first thing is of course the false shuffle that I did in the beginning. So there's there are very many false shuffles you could do that give the appearance of a riffle shuffle. This is just my kind of take on it. So what you do here is you hold the deck in your left hand, and you could either slip cut it over here. It's a slip cut. You could either do that. I like to personally slide the card off here, so I lift up half the cards. I slide this over on top of this half as I do another swing cut. Keep the break there, and then switch these two packets, and I'm in a position where I can now have a pinky break in the back right there. If you guys could check that out right there. You do this riffle motion here to the break. So you hold the cards in your right hand and you do this riffle motion. Break off into two halves as if you're gonna do a regular shuffle. But here's the special part, the part that they don't know about. Here's what they don't want you to know about. You just lift one card here in the left hand. That's all that's happening. You lift one card here. At the same time, what you're going to do with this hand is you're just going to riffle off the cards. Now, here's the problem. If you do it like this, they will detect that a shuffle is actually not taking place. However, if you just bend the cards towards yourself, that's the first step here. Next step would be to lift off this one card. And second step would be to give the illusion of sound here. So how do we do that? If we do just this right here, followed by the next action, they're not going to think a shuffle took place. However, if we cleverly put these cards against this left thumb, you see that sound? How's that for some ASMR sexuality right there? So that sound gives the kind of the perfect audio illusion here that the cards are actually being rushed against each other. So that's the first step right there, the first and second step. So you lift up one card here, and then with your right hand, you're just going to riffle against that thumb in the left hand. So that gives the audio illusion. Now what's going to happen is that your right thumb is going to come to this back corner and squeeze, putting enough pressure to kind of do a spring with those cards onto, underneath the card in the left hand. Oh, fucking PigCake, going next level for you guys with that slow motion. So that's the false shuffle there. So after that, you hand a card to the spectator and you tell them to cut the cards wherever they want. Now, what I like to do is that I take off the jokers to the side and use them as kind of illustrators to facilitate on what the spectators should be doing, because you don't want them cutting the deck and then putting it inside and doing some other weird shit. You want them to be clear as to the instructions, because you're trying to get some pussy here. This is why you're doing card tricks. You're trying to get some, so you don't want to mess this up, guys. It's important stuff. So you use the jokers to kind of illustrate what you want them to do. So they cut the cards, and of course, because of the cyclical nature of the stack, it doesn't really matter where they cut, because you tell them to put the first card right here on the table, then you give them the option as to taking either the top or bottom card. Now this gives the illusion of choice, of course, much like the Great War of the Second World nature, the Great World War II. They didn't really have an option, so the illusion of choice here is presented. So you tell them to either take the bottom or the top card. It doesn't matter at the end, because remember, it's cyclical. So let's say they take the top card, they put it on the table. They take the next, either bottom or top card, put it right here in your back pocket, and then take the top or bottom card and put it in their left pocket. So at this point, you're left with a couple things. Now, here's the little devious ploy here. The jokers are left to the side. You hand them the card box, and you tell them to put the cards inside of the card box, so you can't really manipulate anything. So while you're going to do this, you're going to try to peek at what the bottom card is, because that's going to tell you what the next cards are over here in this lovely stack situation we got going here. But you have an out in case you can't, or in case the spectator is being very protective of the card that you're putting inside of the card box, and you don't get an opportunity to peek at it, you're gonna have a second opportunity with the jokers over here. But you hand the card box to the spectator. You have them put the cards inside of the box, and you kind of give them a little bit of a sideways eye to try to peek at that card. So if you don't happen to get the peek, you have an out here. You say, "Oh, okay, that's great. Did you put the jokers in the box too?" Of course, knowing that the jokers are on the table. You go, "Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it." So you get the jokers, you put them inside of the box, and look what happens there. When you squeeze the box open, oh, gee, what's that? The bottom card? The card that I need to peek at? That's right. So that gives you a second opportunity to peek at that bottom card when you put the jokers away and tell them, "Hey, hold on to this here because I don't want you to think that I, ever touched the cards." Of course, after just touching the cards. So there you go. So pretty much at this point, everything is kind of self-working, assuming you do in fact have the capacity to add cards in a stack. So remember here, let's do a little bit of a test here. 5 of clubs is the bottom card. So if we add 3 to 5, what does that give you guys? 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right. So because it's the club, what does that mean? The next card in sequence should be the 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right, 8. And then the next card in the sequence, because the club, would be a what? A what? That's right, a heart. So here we have the 8 of hearts. Now this card, what I like to do initially is have them peek at it. So that way it's a little bit, there's a progression that happens here. It's not just you reveal this card, and this card. There's kind of a struggle going on. So this first card you reveal fairly easily because they happen to peek at it. This next card over here in the back pocket, you remember it's the next card after the sequence. So this next card back here, you have a little bit of trouble. You don't have them peek at it first. So you tell them, "Oh, I'm having a little bit of difficulty trying to gauge this card right here." And this is a good opportunity to try to get really close to the spectator, because if they have this in their pocket, you could kind of like feel them up, and then the sacks happen. So you kind of put your hand close there, and you go, "Oh no, I'm having a hard time. I'm gonna need for you to peek at that card." So they peek at that card, and you say, "Oh great, yeah, that helped out tremendously. That's oh, that's great." Of course, in my head, what am I doing? I'm adding 8, 9, 10, Jack. That's what I'm doing in my head right now. Then we got the hearts here, which means that the next card is a spade. Jack of spades. You guys are quick learners here. So then the last card I take kind of as a little bit of a challenge. This card's in their pocket. They haven't really seen it yet, and I go, "You know what? I feel kind of bad that I couldn't get these cards without you peeking at them. So I'm gonna try to get this card here without you even seeing it. I'm gonna try to my hardest here, and then you could kind of give your best Chris Angel impression. And then I like to kind of give the kind of the sensation that I'm orgasming. So I kind of hold it, and then I go, "Oh, it's coming to me." But really in my head, what am I doing? I'm adding. So I go, Jack, Queen, Queen, King, Ace. Oh, Ace, Ace. I'm adding the cards in my head, of course. And then the next one in sequence would be what? The spades. So that's a diamond. So that's the Ace of diamonds right there. So, but I'm again using showmanship here. Ace, Ace of diamonds. It's the Ace of diamonds. Of course, when they reach inside their pocket, they see it's the Ace of diamonds. And then not only are you coming, but they're coming. Everyone's coming, and it's a great piece of mental trickery here. So if you wanna reset this amazing trick, all you gotta do is just put the cards in order here. So assuming you didn't have to put the jokers back because you got your peek initially, all that needs to happen is you put this 8 over here, followed by the Jack, followed by the Ace, and your deck is now restarted and ready to rock and roll into the next next card trick. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Practice it. Get the deck in a stack. I'll show you guys in the next video how to get into the size Stebbins from a shuffle. Sorry, not a shuffle deck. That'd be phenomenal. From a relatively new deck order. I'll show you guys that in the next video. It'll be a short little video just to show you guys how to do it in I want to say less than a minute. But I'm gonna go I'm gonna go masturbate into a backyard reservoir of semen.
Again, when I see you 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 again.